Hello everyone and welcome to another Elite Four trading video. And today, for part two, we're going to be looking at the promised graded collection of this channel, of my channel, of our channel, the community's channel. So part two should be quite as interesting. Hopefully it doesn't go as long as the first video. I understand it was 25 minutes, but it is cool to see all the cards that went through. And hopefully you all feel the same. We're going to try to do the same today. We're not going to go take forever. I left exactly. This is literally, I finished filming yesterday. I'm starting to film it for today. And I'm filming right after I finished filming the first part. So everything's left in place. We're legitimately just continuing. I didn't want it to go for 50 minutes or an hour. That way we can have two videos instead. So let's continue. Let's go right into it. Like I said, everything's face down for those cards. There's still some cards that I have tucked away here beside me, and those ones will come at the end as well. So without further ado, let's look and continue with the rest. Oh my, what a great card to start off with. By far, one of my favorite arts. I've continued saying it. I've said it consistently. It's in like at least a third of my videos. I love this card. It took me a while to find and to send and to get graded, but it came back as a 10, and you know what? How can you not enjoy this? The thing that gets me is one, Tyranitar, obviously, but look at the corner. You just got, is it Tepig? Is that the one? Again, with the newer ones, I still have to get used to, but if that's what it is, and it's just chilling there, crying at the fact that he ate everything, Tyranitar, that is the funniest thing. I love this art. One of my favorite card arts from the last, again, long time for Pokemon. Definitely something that's going to be staying in that background. It is gorgeous. The alternate arts for me are doing it for me lately, so I love it. All right. Ooh, there's that Mega Charizard. Last video we had the Mega Venusaur. This one's different. This one's Charizard for me. I feel much more of a stronger bond with the Charizard. I'm happy this came back as a 10. I think it's an easy 10 to get in my opinion. This one won't be leaving from the collection. This one is a gem in itself, so we will keep that there. Not the Charizard original from that set, but definitely one of them. Also, I have film over all of them. So if there's like a glare, that's what's happening. This is the only one that came back as a 10. I have so much more of this card. I'm going to sell them at some point. I don't need to keep them. I'll only keep one for the collection. I don't have more as a 10. I could definitely send them and get them graded as a 10. I don't think it's a hard 10 to get. But either way, a beautiful card. Reshiram, great legend. Charizard, one of the top Pokemon in my opinion. What's not to like? I didn't get it at the secret rare level as a 10, unfortunately, but I got a 9 in every other rarity, I think, after that. Let's go. Ooh, Darkness Ablaze. Notice how a lot of them are the newer ones. Like I said, I only restarted doing most of this in 2019. So if there's older ones that I really wanted, I worked to get them and have enough capital to get them. But in this case, yeah, a lot of the newer ones, and I'm okay with these. These are gorgeous. I love this Charizard, and I love the art. I like the darkness in the background, what they usually do for the VMAX. I like the contrast with its colors. I love the fire breathing. Like that. What more can you say? I love that. Oh, this is a BGS. How did this? Oh, there's two of them here. All right, well, like I said, I really don't know what's in this collection. Oh, there you go. Maybe they were just back to back because I had done a little video beforehand a while ago for Instagram, I think. So, again, Gem Mint, Charizard VMAX. This one will probably go as I have one in a 10. I think I have one in a 10 of this, and I think I have from BGS. It could be the following card. And the next, and I also have one as a PSA 10. I got quite a few of these when I opened them. Oh yeah, there you go. Both of them amazing. I love this card. I actually prefer, I like the rainbow one a lot. I think it's gorgeous. I think I actually prefer the colored one because the colored one actually has the Charizard colors, but also that black like space background in the back there is just, I love it. I think it just gives it a little bit more. But I do love these cards. This one's not going to leave in my collection. This one probably will. This one we'll put to the side. This one we'll leave here with the rest of the BGS cards. All right. Well, there you go. I should have expected it. So there you've seen I have three of the same card, and I also have the Unbroken Bonds one. This one will not be leaving my Unbroken Bonds one. The Darkness Ablaze one. And I actually did have to read that. My bad. What's better than a shiny Charizard? I honestly don't know. Original Charizard, maybe. That's it. Look at that. Look, and the best part is the texture of it. Like the picture, the camera doesn't do justice to how beautiful these cards look in real life. And especially when it's like you have a bright light shined on it. Oh my! I should probably get that light from my for these videos. Make it a little bit more interesting. But yeah, gorgeous card. I really love this card. This one I opened, I don't know how much Shining Fates. I still have a sealed case here. I didn't want to open it. I wanted to keep it sealed. That one's going to be kept sealed for a long time. The only thing though is that I really thought that this card would do more. I'd be able to get more, and I didn't. I had to bargain with someone. Thank God the price dropped. I waited a little while, and I bought it from a gentleman here in Montreal. We met. I saw the quality of the card. I said, this is going to grade a 10 for sure. I think it was like a couple $100. I think that's it. And it ended up grading a 10. So by all means, victory for us. So maybe I did get 2. And maybe there's another card that I'm not remembering. I told you, I'm surprised with my own cards. Random piles and stuff like that. It's just funny to see how it comes up. I guess I did get a second one. Or maybe I did get one on eBay. If I'm not mistaken, though that one didn't cost me not so expensive. That one was yeah. I think it's because I sent that one out. It was waiting a while. I had waited the whole year to get it sent back. And then finally, when I got this, I didn't know if that one was going to get it. So I saw this one. It was cheaper than the rest. I said, let's get this just to make sure we had it. Oh, surprising myself as we go along. So, yeah, this one, I knew this one was going to get a 10. This one we pulled. There's still another huge, I think there's 70 cards that I still have with PSA that haven't returned. And slowly but surely, they all come back. But again, it'd be nice to be able to get them and to do a nice opening video for you for returns, for submissions. But no go. But this one I knew was going to get a 10 when I sent it in. It was amazing. I probably should have sent this to BGS because this one really does have the lines that, like, all the centering looks great. The edges. Actually, the reason why I didn't, I think, is because this one looked a little thicker than that one. And I said already it's not a good start. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Even the back, this one's a little bit thicker than, less thick than this. But either way, so we'll leave that like that. I'm not sure what this is. Ooh. This card took me a long time to track down. A long time to track down. I opened so much Hidden Fates. I probably shouldn't have. What a waste after all this time, though. I did get doubles and triples of a lot of things except for the Charizard. It was enjoyable to open. I love opening. And to be quite frank, I'm just thinking about it monetarily there as a business person. It was a long-winded wait for this card, and it took way too long to get it. I'm happy it came back as a 10, but by all means, it was depressing having to open all of those cards and not find one. I have a similar story with one other one, but I'll save that when we get to that card. But this has to be one of my favorite cards also. Again, Hidden Fates, Charizard, one of the best sets in my opinion that came out. Gorgeous card. Okay, so we're on to the last pile. We also have some other cards, like I said, tucked around. So so stick around till after this. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what your favorite card has been so far in my collection. Definitely wait till the end, so that way you can definitely see the whole ensemble of all the cards. And tell me which one you guys like. I have said it already. I am a huge fan of Ho-Oh. Shining or not, I think it's a gorgeous card. I think that the Shining Ho-Oh is not as nice as the regular Ho-Oh. I think that's my preference. But this had to be done with the little sun coming out of like the clouds, like a little cloud break with the darker skies in the back. Amazing. Given that I know that this is the card that's coming out, this next one has to be the Shining Lugia. Yeah. I was fortunate to have one that was in a decent... Actually, you know what? This is funny. I was fortunate. Let me tell you what I did. So when Shining Fates came out, Hidden Fates came out, I didn't buy the big premium box. There was no way I was getting my hands on that, especially at the price that it was at, and the price that it's at now. It's like $1,000 almost. No way am I going to get this card. So I said to myself, you know what? There must be sites that are selling them. So I looked at Troll and Toad, and I looked at, was it Collector's Cache, I think, here in Canada, and I emptied out both of them. They were both, I think they were all at $30 each, and I said there's like 8 and like 10 at another one. There's a bunch of them that should be coming back from the, maybe it wasn't 8 and 10. I don't think I bought 8 and 10, but I bought quite a few of them. Maybe like 6 of them. Yeah, I think 6 of them. And I emptied out what they had at Collector's Cache, and I took 2 or 3 more from Troll and Toad, and immediately the price like skyrocketed. I think I affected the market for the Shining Lugia immensely. And I don't want to say it's single-handedly me, but at the same time, it definitely was me that instigated it later. It's a beautiful card, and especially it's harder to get graded because it came in the box quite nicked. Even if you were careful, it came back quite nicked. So you have to be very careful about handling this card as you go along. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh card. As you could tell, it's Japanese. If I'm not mistaken, the only one that I got graded Japanese was the metal Blue Eyes card, the original. And I absolutely, there's no, it's just a stain, I guess, from the plastic itself. There is no nicer card, in my opinion, than the original Blue Eyes. I'm so disappointed it came back as a 9. I don't want to take the chance of opening this. I would love it to be a 10. To be quite frank, I don't understand why it's not a 10. Everything looks amazing, in my opinion. Centering, there's no nicks, there's no cuts, there's no scratches. I'd have to really, really shine a huge light onto it. Maybe I'll discover it, but I have done that before, and I haven't seen anything, so maybe it's worth it going back again. But how do you not like it? And I think this was for 25th anniversary or 20th anniversary. 20th anniversary, it says on the top, my bad. Bloop, right there. So it's just one of my favorite cards, arts in all of gaming. So I thought that I'd leave that there. It's such a shame. I bought my brother the Dark Magician one. It didn't come back. We didn't send it to get graded. He didn't want to send it to get graded. So by all means, up to him. You can tell from the back what this is. Nick Suzuki, I think he's a special player. I think he'll be a special player for a long time for the Habs. And I needed myself a Young Guns Nick Suzuki. So this one, that was a buy, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't get that graded. I didn't end up getting one in that set. Gold Star territory. We've hit Gold Star territory. We've hit Entei. Funny enough, you're not gonna like what I'm gonna have to say. I love these 3 cards. I love the 3 dogs. Personally, I would hope that they would make Gold Star versions of the legendary birds, as they're still my favorite trio in general. They're still some of my favorite legends. But these are some of my favorite cards as well. Lucky enough, there was a lot of them. There's a whole scandal there at the beginning. Someone that kept them and finally sent them to get all graded at the same time. Something like that. There's a lot of these cards. It's not a low pop. But lucky enough for me, someone was selling all 3, and I bought all 3 at the same time at a very, very, very reasonable price. I sold a lot of cards to be able to buy that. So, amazing. Some of my favorite cards. The Gold Star. Entei is my favorite of the 3 dogs. Reiko is my least favorite. Suicune is definitely my number 1. I love the lightning effect of a lot. That's what's so cool about the lightning Pokemon, is that the lightning effect that they have, usually with their backgrounds, like the Ampharos in the previous video, those are some things that just stand out. It's unbelievable. But yeah, this is another win. And the next one being the most expensive of the 3, which is crazy because the price that it sells now for, I think I bought it for all 3 of them. But just for this card, this is the price that it sells for, and I bought all 3 of them at that price. And somebody must have just wanted to get rid of the collection, but look at this. What an amazing, amazing card. Suicune has to be, again, it's not my favorite of the 3, but it's still one of my favorite Pokemon in general. It's just so elegant, so nice. Intimidating. I still can't believe Go caught one, to be quite frank. I don't know if you guys are watching Pokemon Journeys, but spoiler alert, Go caught one. I was not enjoying that. My brother and I were looking at it saying, what the heck, after all these years, Go's the one that gets a Suicune? He gets a legendary? All right, and you know what happened at the end there, obviously, but still unbelievable. Shining Arceus. I was so happy to get this as a 10. I thought that the Shining Arceus that I pulled originally from the Shining Legends wasn't going to get it, but it did. Great card. So happy it came back as a 10. Can't say anything more than that. I think Arceus is a really cool card. So we've got a Dragon Ball Super card here. And this one, again, lucky enough, there's another story to this. I'll put this to the side. We'll talk about it when I get to the other one. Yeah, I can't do that. Judging from the videos, you guys may guess which one this is. I'll give you a second. We'll see if you're right. 3, 2, 1, bam. My favorite cards in the entire Pokemon series. There's 4 of them. Okay, 4 of them. Yeah, the original 3 starters. Actually, there's like 5 of them. I could probably do another video on them. Maybe I should do that. I'll do another video on my top cards. But definitely the top 3. I don't have... I'll save it for later. I won't say what I want to say. It'll give away the rest of them. For those maybe who are the first time watching and stuff, I won't spoil it for you. But yeah, Blastoise here. I was lucky enough to talk to someone here in Canada. They had a base 1996 Japanese booster. And for me, what's important to know is that I don't differentiate, especially considering the huge price difference between English and Japanese. The Japanese cards are the originals for me. And I really, really appreciate that this is a 1996 perfect 10. And what kills me more about this is that not only is it perfect, okay, it came back as a gem mint, but this person told me, and I had to ask, I says, yeah, you're interested in, I had said, I had sent a message, I saw that they had it available, and I said, listen, can we meet up, can we see, I'd love to see the booster pack itself, that there's no damage, blah, blah, blah. And the person was nice enough to entertain the idea. And we did. We looked at all of the information. They told me about the story about how they have a bunch of just loose packs, and they kept them in a cold area, not hot, in a darker area too, so that the sun wouldn't go and fade away the coloring and stuff like that. So what ended up happening is that I got lucky enough to open it, and when I opened that pack, it ended up having a Blastoise inside, and I said, oh my god, imagine if this came back as a 10. And it did. Thank God it did. I think everybody, and this is just me saying it, and I know it's my own opinion, but I'm still giving it anyway. I think everybody inherently loves the original 3 starter Pokemon, and I think they all love the original art for I think it's their favorite cards, the Charizard, the Blastoise, and the Venusaur. Who doesn't like those? So, fortunately enough, I love this Blastoise. I treasure this card. I think that it's one of my favorite ones in my collection. And so happy that it came without having to be bought also, because it'd be, I think it's like $2,000 to $3,000 now. And the booster pack itself wasn't too expensive for the Japanese one. I was happy, really, really happy with that. I'm treasuring that one for a long time. Oh, this was a long time looking for that Shining Fates Charizard as well. Not as long as the Hidden Fates one, but long time for the Charizard one. This Suicune is something special as well. I love Suicune. I love it shiny. They don't look too different, but different enough for me to want to collect shiny Suicunes, just like the Gold Star one. So, and for those of you who don't know, Gold Star cards are shiny cards most of the time. Or if they're always shiny, I should say. Chunkachu! This one, I didn't wait too long while opening Vivid Voltage to get this Chunkachu. And to be quite frank, selling it, sending it to get graded to PSA and then coming back almost immediately before the pandemic really hit. Not before the pandemic hit, like before they started getting like a backlog of all their cards that were missing. Again, the lighting doesn't do justice. I wish maybe next time, like I don't know if you could tell, but the texture of these cards, especially lately, have been unbelievable. And just to see it in a shining light that's really strong, the beauty of the texture and everything else that it gives, how can you go wrong with these cards? It's just beautiful. And who doesn't love Pikachu? All right. Red's Challenge. I love this card. I didn't think, I personally got 2 of them. I said, you know what? Let's send both in. I sold one that ended up coming as a 9, but this 110, I just find it's a beautiful card. How you not like that? Red, definitely an amazing trainer. Let's talk about Ash, though, in a different story. Not the same. Cale Makar, one of my favorite defensemen lately from the NHL. Young prospect, amazing defenseman on a great Colorado team. Needed to have this card. So we've reached the point where the last cards that I have are the ones that I have in my collection. There's these ones. There is this, which I will talk about in a second. I'll put this on the side, actually. I'll probably save that to the end. because they are my favorite. This is my favorite. These two are my favorite. Whatever. I'm gonna leave these two on the special side here. All right, so I'm gonna do it like this because I find it's gonna be too complicated not to do it. I knew I had a fourth one. This is another 10 that I ended up getting. I got lucky with the 10s on this. This is a fun story. The Burning Shadows one, if I'm not mistaken, I must have been in 2019, because this came out in 2017. I must have been the guy who emptied out Montreal of Burning Shadows booster boxes. I went everywhere trying to find them. And when I saw that this was a card, when I first restarted in 2019 with Celestial Storm, I think it was 2019. I can't remember. But I started with Celestial Storm. And what ended up happening is that, let's see if we could just leave it like this for now. Yeah. So what happened is that I saw, I'm like, wow, I pulled like 1 or 2 booster packs. I just opened them at a store that I have in a local shop. And I ended up getting that Rayquaza Rainbow Rare. And I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful. So I went home, I did some research. I was like, my God, there's a Charizard that has the same rarity. It's a gorgeous card. Let me try to see if I can get it. And then I tried. I went everywhere. I must have opened 7 or 8. I did not find a single Charizard. Finally, after like a month or two, I had gone to a card shop I had never been to before. They ended up having another Burning Shadows box. And I said, you know what? It's been 2 months. Can I afford it? Yes, I can. Let me try. And I opened it and a Charizard came in that box. And I was like, oh my God, finally. It took forever. Centering was perfect. Edges were perfect. Everything looked like it was going to be good. And before I was in elation saying I'm going to send this to PSA, it's going to come back as a 10, I noticed it had a little nick on the neck. Like this area of the card. There was like a nick. And I said, no, unbelievable. I sent it in, it came back as a 9. And I was so disappointed. I didn't know what to do. And again, there's 3 cards that I've bought really in the last little while that have just been ridiculous. And what ended up happening is that I sold a lot of my collection, a lot of different sealed stuff, just to be able to get that Charizard to raise enough to do it, and I did. So it's bittersweet. I didn't want to buy it, but I did. I'm not the lying type, so I definitely let you know that that's what happened. So sad. This one, different story. This one, by far, I've been waiting, I've been saving to get it, and I ended up realizing that dream. This is a beautiful card. I couldn't have the Blastoise without the Charizard, so Venusaur is what I'm going to working up to next. However, I don't have much to sell anymore. I've sold everything to get these. So I have the booster boxes that are there sitting in the back, sealed. I have a bunch of other cards, maybe the ones that are here for PSA or BGS that I don't have, that are 10s and 9s. What I'm really waiting for to make a move is waiting for the PSA to return, the PSA 70 card submission that I'm waiting for to make a move, to make my next move. And given what that comes back as, if we get 10s and we have some that are more valuable than not, then definitely I'll do my best to purchase that Venusaur if I can. But it's still an expensive card. It's like another $2,000, $3,000. So I'm not really in the mood to just drop that on a card at all. But at the end of the day, this is where we're at now. Charizard, this one, by far, probably one of the most treasured that I have. The Blastoise feels a little bit more special as I sent that in to get graded myself and it came back. But yeah. So I'll put this one away now. I'm going to flip this one. So Dragon Ball Super, I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan as well. A huge Goku and Vegeta fan. Trunks, Vegito. I'm a much more Vegito fan than Gogeta fan. I had heard that the Dragon Ball game was starting to get a little bit more serious at some point. And I said to myself, and I'm going to just check the year. Yeah, 2002. No, this is just this year. I have to check this one. I don't remember what year it came out. 2018. So yeah, so it was 2019 when I started looking for this card. And I said to myself, I hope that I find one. It would be great. There was a shop that was selling this card for, because I have another one here, for $500. And I said, should I do it? It's an investment. I haven't spent that much on cards in a long time, ever at that point. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. It'll be the first big purchase that I do. And lo and behold, that card I ended up getting, ended up being sent to PSA, and it came back as a 10. That card went from $500 to now, what, $10,000 almost? And it's not the monetary value, it's the beauty of the card itself. Especially for Dragon Ball fans, knowing how Goku can ascend to his highest of limits now. I needed that card, and I said the art is unbelievable, let's try to get it. And lo and behold, I did. I bought a couple Tournament of Power boxes. They were a little bit more expensive, unfortunately, and I didn't get anything from it that I really loved, except for the Beerus Secret Rare. That was unbelievable. It was a 9 that I got, and that one I ended up selling. But yeah, so before I would get screwed with another beautiful art that I never thought I could get, I made sure I hunted for this card so I could send it to PSA and get graded. So this is the one that I have right now. The Sun Goku and Vegeta Apex of Power, Ultra Instinct, and the Royal Blue Vegeta. How do you say no to this card? I think it's one of the nicest arts by far for Vegeta and Goku, especially huge fans of both of them. This is another card where if you play it, you win. And it's viable for the game, and by all means, it's viable for my collection, for anyone's collection. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous card, so I was proud to have this. But I'm a little bit more proud of this one. This is by far one of my favorite cards that I have in my collection. Look at the art. It's just a special, very, very special card, I think, and I think the world recognizes that. I think it's definitely something that people need have recognized over the last little while. So by all means, amazing, amazing, amazing. I hope you guys have this in your collection as well. I feel like there's a lot of them now, and during the pandemic, I think this reached almost $20,000. Now it's calmed down a little bit because people are allowed to go out, they're allowed to spend on different things, and they don't have to just spend on cards, or they don't just want to spend on cards. So it's dropped down a little bit in value, but by all means, two of the nicest cards, I think. So the last card I've reserved for you guys and girls is my favorite card out of my set, out of my collection. And to be quite frank, if you can, I'll give you guys 5 seconds to guess. Maybe as I talk, you guys can guess. It's a Pokemon card, and it's a legendary. So put two and two together. I think you know which card it is, or at least which Pokemon. However, there's two cards. There's one that I don't have, and I think that one's very expensive, and I don't think I definitely won't be able to afford that. So another card that's in my to-do list much later in life, maybe if I get lucky and I get one from a heavy pack or something like that. You never know. But it's definitely out of my reach at the moment. And this one, however, was the first ever purchase I made. I think maybe I should open this up and remove it from the actual casing. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. You know what? That's my problem. I'll have to explain myself as I go. All right, so it doesn't make a difference. Et voila. Sky Ridge, Ho-Oh. By far my favorite art, I think, in all of Pokemon. Biased, obviously, towards the Ho-Oh. The fact that it has its own hieroglyphic here, the fact that it's Ho-Oh, the fact that the art of the Ho-Oh is unbelievable, the fact that it's an e-reader card, and the fact that it's Sky Ridge, there's just so much working for this card. And by all means, I love it. I think that it is just so beautiful. And for someone who's a huge fan, that's the one that needed. This is literally probably my holy grail, and I'm happy to have it. The other one that I would love to have one day is the Neo Revelations, but I honestly find that this art is 100,000 times nicer than that one, so I'm not disappointed in not having it. It's still on my list, but like, what more can you ask for about this? I wish that I had, there you go, maybe a better version of this. The hollow pattern is beautiful. There's no swirls, unfortunately. But the whole card is just unbelievable. Like, you know, the hollow pattern, even in the e-reader part. What more can you ask for? It's in such a good condition. It's beautiful. It's a 10 on top of that. That's my favorite card by far. And it wasn't enough. I still have the reverse rare of that card to get at one point, But I do have a box topper, and I find it's just beautiful as well. It's a 10. I will definitely keep this forever, both of them. And the reverse one, I'll find a way to get it. But again, they're expensive, and not everybody has money to spend on this, and I don't at the moment either. So I'll try to intelligence my way through it. I'll try to business my way through it to find funds for it, but I don't think I can. Thank you for watching. It was a pleasure going through this. It was a pleasure revisiting the emotions that these cards bring me. Hopefully you guys felt the same. You guys and girls felt the same. Let me know what your favorite card out of my collection is. Our collection for the channel. If you have any suggestions about what we should do next, please let me know. I don't have anything planned, to be quite frank. I still have more celebrations I haven't opened yet. I'll probably do a video for the premium collection box. I think that's something that we should do on this channel, as I'm excited to open it. I still haven't opened one. It's on the left of me here. But it depends on you guys. Let me know if you guys want it. Leave some likes. Write to me. Tell me if you want to do that. If we want to do maybe Evolving Skies opening till we find something cool. I'm still, the only really card that I really want from, there's actually a lot of them that I really want. But the two that I really wanted were the Rayquaza and the Umbreon that you see before you. But there's a lot of them. All of them are actually gorgeous. And to see how many we'd get from it would be something that's really cool. However, like I've said, it is sealed for now. I plan on keeping it sealed unless you guys think that we should go through it. I have what I want from the set, but it could be cool content for all of us. I definitely enjoy opening them, as everybody does. And we could definitely look at other cards that I'm planning on sending to PSA maybe as another video. So, yeah. I appreciate everything. I appreciate all the feedback. I appreciate the support. This video is going on 32 minutes now, and from the 23 or 25 that we got in the last video, it's a long hour. So by all means, I hope you've appreciated this. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoy the collection, as do I. Hopefully I'll have more news for you from Beckett. They're supposed to get back to me today. If I do, I'll make another video about that, or I'll write a little message on Instagram. But by all means, thank you very much. Have yourselves a wonderful day. It's a gorgeous Monday in Montreal, and enjoy. All right, take care. Bye.